Doles.
Hello.
Hello again.
I need to talk about something.
What?
I need to talk about how men on the road are little bitches. They're like cunty.
Driving?
Yeah.
What have you experienced?
Today on the way here, I was on the 101
Mm-hmm.
and I was merging into a lane with my left turn signal. My right turn signal. So I was just on 101 and I was changing lanes because there was a car coming up behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm doing that, this little black Corvette suddenly makes a left right in front of me, doesn't have their turn signal on. So I honked the horn, just not even long. I just went like, boom. These two bros are in the Corvette. And then the one guy locks eyes with me in his rear view and he goes, and then his friend goes,
Whoa.
and I was just like, whoa. So I slowed down because I was like, I feel like if I move up, they're going to like throw tomatoes at me. So I got a little intimidated. But I was like, Mike, you're the one in the wrong. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get onto the street that our studio's on, which is like not a highway, but it's like a busy road that you have to be careful on.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, I'm driving the speed limit. And all of a sudden, this doctor, this like butch looking Calabasas ass man in scrubs, suddenly appears in front of me in the middle of the road to go to some coffee shop right in front of my car. And I stop and I beep the horn at him. And then I slow down to like and he just turns right next to my car and he goes,
damn, everyone came for you today.
and so I went, and he went, this fucking tan ass, like middle-aged doctor who probably lives in Calabasas and like works here at like a plastic surgery place or something. And I was just like, you fucking bitch. You're the one that just ran in the middle of the road. You know what I mean?
Jaywalking.
Which is like, whatever, but like do it at least when there's not a car coming. And
Yeah.
he goes, but he just proudly, and he just went,
He'd had enough of you.
I had enough of him. But I was like, what is happening today? All these like straight men are just coming for my ass.
You encountered a lot of drama on the road.
But that's what I'm saying. Men are so dramatic. They are what?
You included.
Well, obviously, girl.
You're
but
a
I'm talking about
you love a beep.
I'm talking about like like kind of like tough guys,
Mm-hmm.
Men are just little bitches.
Yeah.
I do love a beep, but like I'm gonna beep if you're suddenly appearing in my lane without a turn signal and like right in front of me and nearly causing me to brake on the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Wouldn't you? No, you wouldn't. You would stay cool and collected.
I don't. Who
You're
do I
zen.
beep at? I beep if someone's going too slow.
Right.
Hurry the fuck up.
Right. That warrants a beep.
Yeah.
And
or if someone is like edging into my lane, like if I feel like someone doesn't see me, I will beep.
Well, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But don't you think running in front of a car out of nowhere just to go to your like local patisserie is kind of irresponsible?
Yeah, for a doctor, very irresponsible.
And then to turn and just proudly flip me off.
That's road rage, baby. These are the hard streets of
foot.
Los Angeles. I know, but his rage was real.
This doctor
sounds hot.
I mean, he was a little hot.
Yeah, I bet he was. He sounds sexy as fuck. But it sounds like you had drama with sexual tension
Maybe
on the road
he saw
today.
me and was like,
I think you were butting up against. I think it was a mixture.
I'm getting to something. I think men are everything is tinged with sexual tension with every man.
Mm-hmm.
And on the road, when there's other men, they secretly want to like 69, but instead they will flip.
It's fuck or fight.
Fuck or fight, or men are literally like, I'm going to kill you, or I'm gonna
fuck you,
or rape you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one of those three,
mm-hmm.
with straight men especially.
Yeah, that's why it's like. I typically tend to not escalate on the road, unless it is a true. Like, you don't see me and I need you to see me right now, because otherwise there's going to be like an accident.
And I've had to curb I know I'm guilty of like long beeps. Like,
you get a little
Jersey.
You get a little dramatic on the road.
But I will say, in all earnest, that today I wasn't being
You were
dramatic.
behaving yourself.
I was behaving, and my beeps were warranted, and I did not initiate the bird.
Yeah.
And just and people look like this couple was walking, and I was like, we are embarrassing ourselves.
It is embarrassing.
I was like, I'm now a part of this.
Yeah, you engaged.
I'm now part of, like, people are gonna be like, these two fags flipped each other off today.
It's always like when you're in the moment of rage, feels like totally warranted, but then you look at it from an outsider's perspective and you're like, I'm a freak of nature.
No, I know. We've talked about that, and like I just needed to get that off my chest because it just made me feel like I was in a place of victim.
You were victimized. Lit up for miles, it seems.
Victimized
on the highway, victimized on a regular road.
As I got deeper into the valley, my victim
levels started shooting. They were off the charts.
And I was like, not in front of my son. I have a porky little Cavalier, seat belted in. I've made like a barrier around him. Because I was thinking, if I pulled up next to that Corvette and they planned to like heckle me, if they saw Mango, would they disarm? Would they be like, this is a woman with her child?
I don't know.
Maybe they would see that.
Mango's so low key in the car, they might not even see him. Like, he is like catatonic in the car, which is amazing. Also, I think I don't escalate anything because if Tony's with me, like, he'll escalate. Like, he's in a place of road rage at all times, even when a turn signal goes on.
He's such a man.
I flinch even when the turn signal. And so it's like, I've learned to just stay very
you fear his reaction to a turn signal?
Yeah, because the second he hears it, I don't know what his processing is of it.
Does he go,
loses it. If I even brake, if I brake and he thinks that means we're arriving somewhere, lose it.
What if the Corvette pulled up next to me planning to heckle or like gay bash me, and then all of a sudden I went full devil's advocate and went...
That'd be cool.
That's like a power I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
The power to go demand.
You really never know also who like has a gun in the car.
Oh, for sure. I was like, what if that doctor runs over and like breaks my window down and like beats me to a pulp?
People get fucking crazy. That's why you just like can't engage with men on the road. Women are a little easier to like scream at.
Well, I tend to not want to scream. I don't want to like, I try, even if a woman's being like reckless and like fucking freak of nature on the road, and I have beeped. But
I believe that.
I try not to like scare women. What?
Nothing. I'm just thinking about your driving.
I'm a good driver.
Evolution.
Hey.
And
say it. Admit it.
You are.
Okay.
That's where I was going with it. I was going from like driving I've seen you drive in a place of like frantic crow energy, demon of the road, Beeptress of these highways, but I've seen you evolve.
I am the Beeptress.
You are the Beeptress of the
Los
fucking
Angeles
highway. Beeptress is behind the wheel, and the queen has come to town.
I am very like
ready.
You don't even know what's happening.
Ready to admonish with a beep. I've seen you ready and raring to admonish those around you with such a beep, and I'm like, the energy that Beeptress brings to the table, I'm shocked.
And my car beep is so old that it almost sounds like it's essentially like
really not. It's a bad beep. It's not an effective beep to like get a message.
It's like an old
It's a
buggy.
beep that you want to be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
come on, because it's like.
Well, I'm also driving. I drive a Ford Fusion, which is like notoriously like a cop car.
Yeah, it's also like not.
I drive like a narc car.
Beeptress needs like her own. Beeptress.
When I was a Beeptress in the element, that was kind of cunt.
That was because you're bringing a square energy to the table.
It's unexpected.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
But a Beeptress in a Ford Fusion is not like the power move that you.
It's very Karen.
You need to like equip the Ford Fusion with like a Mack truck's horn, like. Like
I need to like Hulk out my Ford Fusion like Mad Max style, where I have like flames.
You need to raise it and have like big huge tires on it and a skull thing on the dash and then a horn that makes people pay, that scares people.
I put my shift gear with like has a skull on it.
Exactly. Beeptress is not as active now as she once was, but I've borne witness to Beeptress, and I've thought
Beeptress was active a little on the road when we were on tour.
a little bit, but not.
Because I blended in well in the Northeast.
Yeah, you fell in line.
I mean, we drove by a guy with his windshield smashed out.
We saw many people.
People are like pretty. It's pretty like rock bottom in Northeast on the freeway in terms of like cult like rage.
Yeah, and people drove fairly well, I would say, in the Northeast.
The California people are something's up.
Yeah, they're not like with it.
That's when Beeptress. I'm literally super nanny.
You
are
are
crisis.
super nanny.
It's time to beep. Super Beeptress.
I don't like that. That's one beep for you. Boop. You're handing out beeps like demerits. You're fucking Trunchbull.
I'm the Trunchbull of the freeways of LA. I'm the Trunchbull of the 101.
I don't like that. Beep. That's a 2 beep for you. Boop, boop. Doctor crossing the road.
Hey, that was bad.
Yeah.
He needed a beep.
A pedestrian coming out of nowhere on the road is something.
You don't believe me?
Well, I think that
he was running.
He ran.
He ran, and then he was like he was like as far away as like the monitor from my car, and just like expecting me to just brake, which I would, but like
he got 1.
And then I got
that's a firm beep for you, sir. Please report to the detention hall after school. You said.
Look, I say
you wrote out a detention slip and gave it to
Chokey. I send them all to the car Chokey. Beeptress.
Beeptress is on the road.
My helper.
I know. He is a calming force. I think Mango keeps Beeptress in check, because otherwise, left to her own devices, she'd be handing out demerits left and right.
Well, I drive more carefully when he's in my car.
Yeah,
he's such a little.
He's a precious cargo.
Beeptress. Luckily, I won't be Beeptress in Austin this weekend.
I know,
because Simon will drive.
Love that. He's not Beeptress whatsoever.
And in Texas, I don't want to piss anyone off.
No. People drive a little bit better in Texas. Yeah, but they're all
carrying.
I know, but that's why. My mom always told me growing up, she was like, you don't like escalate road rage because someone will shoot you.
People are crazy. My sister and I, one time in high school, this crazy guy like cut us off on the freeway going to swim practice, and he like chased us. And Taryn, you think my road rage is bad? My sister's is. She's curbed it, but she is a bat out of hell.
I believe that.
But that guy was scary. He had sunglasses on and was smiling at us while like pulling up next to us, and Tara and I just continued to go like this.
Yeah. It's too much out there.
Speaking of admonishing,
Anna Delvey was eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. I think she lasted 2 weeks. This is not so surprising because
she has the charisma of a brick.
She was looking incredible.
Yeah,
but
she
the
looks
dancing
great.
Was not great. She looks kind of like Meredith Marks now. The dancing wasn't great. And people were not rooting for her from the start. So you really have to turn it out.
Julianne Hough asked, what will you take away from the competition? And she said, nothing.
She goes, nothing. And then everyone laughed. And I love that.
I do love that, but I'm a little like, you look cool. The ankle monitor is like chic, but I'm also like, bring something else to the table. She's a little boring for my taste. I'm a little over Ms. Delvey.
Been to jail, fraud, been to jail, got out of jail, ankle monitor, Dancing with the Stars, a twist. I wish that she had served more cunt in the dances.
Yeah, me too.
Dancing isn't for everyone. Ballroom dancing is hard. Not for me, but
not for you. No, maybe that's what I wanted from her.
I think you wanted a razzle dazzle, and she just was not. She's not in a place of ballroom.
She's in a place of I have an ankle monitor with sequin on it.
She dances in a different way.
Mm-hmm. I do love that she was sharing the stage with Tori Spelling. I
Who
can't
also
believe
got eliminated.
I can't believe it's taken her this long to be on the show.
Tori? I know. I was like,
Right? I thought she was like season 1.
she's been on every year.
She continues. My mom called me and she goes, I thought that comment was mean, Anna Delvey. She goes, there are people like Sheena who would love to be on the show.
That's true.
She goes, I just think it's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful and funny, but that's also like kind of what you expect from her. So
she's a German fraudster who like scammed rich people.
I wish that she maybe had said money, a paycheck or something.
What are you taking away from the show?
Weight loss.
Exposure.
Yeah. But, you know, it's kind of on brand for her, and she lives to not dance another day.
When did she get that
I don't know.
little
Accessory off? Why isn't Sheena on Dancing with the Stars already? Come on.
Now I feel like they're gonna be like, never.
I know.
She shouldn't
She
have
wanted
even,
it too bad.
She did not need to even open her mouth. They're gonna give it to like Schwartz before Sheena. You know Schwartz will be on one day. You know.
I know he will.
You know,
I know
just
he
feel it.
will.
Right?
I absolutely feel that.
Did you just get that? Like,
Yeah, I'm really devastated.
I see it. I can see him like he's gonna have a redemption arc. He's gonna have his one-on-ones with a dancing.
He's going to flirt with her, but there will be rumors that they're dating.
He's gonna talk about like the fallout of Scandival and like how he's like, I really want to like work on myself and I feel like I've really taken time to like my behavior, my actions, you know what I mean? And people are gonna go, oh.
He's going to last a long time too. Like he's going to
yeah.
start off
He'll get
kind
like
of bad,
5th.
but he'll get like better, but people will really like him. Because
And
America doesn't know the truth.
And you'll see
not like how we know the truth.
You'll see like some of the cast in the audience cheering for him. You see Sheena will go.
Mm-hmm. She'll go to every taping.
Sandoval won't go.
No. He's too busy with Victoria Lee.
She'll get on before Sheena.
Yeah. They should cast like
Joe.
randoms. Total unknown randoms.
Like what?
I don't know.
Olivia Nuzzi.
Yeah.
Nuzzi.
I mean, I went on Dancing with the Stars.
All
Maybe
right.
someday.
Podcast. Lara and Marie.
Shouldn't they have just like a podcaster named Lara Marie Shanehalls from Sex Unique podcast on Dancing
I
with
agree.
the Stars? Like, if you agree.
Let's get that
I
started.
honestly like want to do it. It'd be good for everyone.
You would do well.
I'd do really well.
You'd probably win.
Never say never.
You need
you
a
come
tall.
to
You need a tall
tapings?
partner.
I know. Maxim. What if it was Maxim? I would
Or what if it was a
die.
tall woman?
That'd be chic.
Have they ever done that?
I don't think so because I think ballroom dancing is fairly heteronormative.
Well, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Jane
We'll
Lynch
see.
is my partner.
Jane Lynch as her character in Julia Child's movie where she played the sister. She's literally in that outfit.
Yeah.
The entire season. How tall is she? Like 6'7"?
She's a tall girl. I
Yeah.
think she's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Damn. Oh.
Oh, JoJo Siwa and Jenna Johnson. God, following the steps of the greats, me on Dancing with the Stars after JoJo.
Did you see her new
Joe Siwa. AI
Joe
overviews
Calderon.
calling it Miss Joe Siwa. I like Joe Siwa.
Did you see her new magazine cover where she has like a bulge?
No, let me see it. Show it to me.
She looks so good. She could be like a model. Yeah, there it
She
is.
is beautiful. Where's she at? Oh, wow.
Calm as a bitch. I'm gonna wear a
Pecs.
sequin. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's cool, right?
That's hot.
She kind of looks like Lala.
She is giving us Lala.
I like her hair like that.
Me too. You never see her with her hair down.
I think she's gonna have I think she's gonna come back from whatever this weird.
She had to have this cringe moment in order to evolve to the next step.
And this is the next step already. Yes, look at that.
Yeah,
How cool.
that's cool. She needed a gay to tell her you can still wear sparkles and sequins, but it doesn't have to be like construction worker cosplay.
She could be like a model. She could do like be like the face of like a campaign or something.
Yeah, there's a
Right?
lot of potential. She's also a tall girl.
One day she'll be on that Calvin Klein billboard in Lower East Side.
Maybe. Or she'll ascend to even chicer brands. Nothing's off the table for Miss Siwa. I don't love those sunglasses, though.
I love this pose, though. This is such a classic.
Mm-hmm. The couture shrug.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for her.
Speaking of lesbians, Ellen DeGeneres, her new stand-up special is out on Netflix. I watched 25 minutes of it.
How long is it?
Probably like an hour.
Is it crazy?
No. I don't know what. I saw lots of. There's a lot of press about it, and people are trying to spin it like, oh, the biggest like moments,
craziest moments. Okay,
Ellen
so
spilling all the tea. It's like she didn't say anything of like nothing she said was groundbreaking. It was exactly what you thought she was going to say. It was more cringe than I ever expected.
What did she say?
She comes out. In the special, she's about to walk on stage, and then she stops for a minute and like takes a breath. And then you see all these headlines like the Queen of Mean and like all these. And then it stops and she goes, and then she walks out. It was very that meme of Demi Lovato in the audience at the award show, and her performance starts and it's like people calling her fat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the camera points to her and she just goes and stands up from her seat. It was very that.
Damn. And then what did she have to say for herself? Because this is like her defending herself against the allegations, correct?
She kind of just like talks about all the things she's been up to since leaving her show. She's like talks about gardening and horseback riding and all the lesbian things she does in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Oh, by the way, I was banned from show business." And then she talks about people trying to keep her down because she's a powerful woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's direct. And she has no regrets.
Cool.
Which, watching this, my biggest thing was like, I wish she'd gone harder on the idea of like, yeah, I'm mean. Like I had to be. Like I'm a lesbian. I'm a woman and a lesbian in the first out lesbian on TV.
In a male-dominated industry.
In comedy, which is the most like notorious, you know what I mean? And I was on a network daytime television. I had to like sing for my supper and literally dance like a jester. And the networks, Hollywood castrated me and made me a eunuch.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish she had gone into that more.
If she had just said, yeah, I'm a cunt, get over it.
Yes. I would have been like, yes, that is so cool. And I would have been like, you're cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love all the like abuse stuff that was happening, but like just talk about, or the alleged abuse, I should say.
Yeah, what was published? Like, what was she doing?
There was just apparently a lot of like.
Wasn't it also some producer that worked for her was the actual problem, not her?
That was part of it. She just fostered like allegedly she fostered a very toxic, fearful environment, and there were like bad people allegedly working for her.
Wouldn't you say that's most environments in this business?
I think her biggest thing was that she was like, be kind, and she's, became the face of like Cheerios, and you know what I mean. So I think
her brand is kindness and like silly kindness, and then she was a cunt behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so
and, like,
you can't do that.
Not in this society, especially
Mhm.
as a woman and as a gay, because gays at that time and kind of now had to be, to be as powerful as she was, you have to be like this.
Yeah.
I don't have sex. And I just wish she had done that, but whatever.
So is she still like giving like lovable, silly kindness in the stand-up special?
She's a little more like
Sarcastic.
She's a little more deadpan. Kind of reminded, like, because her early stand-up, she was pretty dark.
Yeah.
She's giving a little, she swears more.
Okay.
She gave a little tood. But, like, I just wish she had gone in a little more on, like, yeah, I wasn't able to bridge these two personas together. But
Be a little
also,
more raw.
let's talk about also the other thing, which is that I had to sell my soul, basically, to get to where I had to go. You know what I mean? She also, like, I haven't really seen her again, like, what she went through in the 90s coming out on that show and then not working and then, like, getting death threats and, like, you know what I mean? Like, she probably, it's like war trauma, you know, to go that public and then to be punished for it. And then they're like, okay, we'll give you a show, but you have to be like a clone.
Yeah, you have to be asexual.
You have to be asexual and you have to make straight people feel comfortable that you eat pussy.
Yeah, I would be a cunt to everyone too.
Yeah. So again, I don't love, like, if she did foster that environment, like, don't love that. She sounds like kind of a crab, but what do you expect?
Yeah. Consider the source.
She should have said consider.
Consider this.
Yeah. She should have literally just gone like this to all of us. Fuck yeah!
I think she
an hour.
Still plays and functions within, like, an older Hollywood model that's, like, scared of true raw and an inability to, like, burn it all down or, like, burn every bridge. Yeah. Which is interesting because it's like she's very wealthy. Yeah. So you would think that she can kind of do whatever she wants.
I think she's been...
And, like, I think that she might not even be able to, like, reconcile that yet.
No, I think she's been hollowed out.
A bit. She's giving Shell vibes to me.
She's a husk.
That's why I don't want to engage, and I'm not even curious to engage because I'm like, she's been giving Shell vibes for a long time, if I'm being honest. Even pre-cancellation, I was like, this is a Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just watch the dancing.
Yeah, I'm not so interested. The only, like, Shell people I like to watch are, like, on Bravo or, like, reality TV shows.
She was a Shell in the most... She was, yeah.
In the truest sense of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Just a skin suit.
Yeah, whatever coolness Ellen had, I think a long time ago was snuffed out by, like, straight execs that were like...
Let's talk about Naomi Campbell really quick because she's in hot water and she's one of my favorite people simply for the fact that she finds herself in hot water time and time again.
She's truly like Zelig, like she's just always, or like Forrest Gump, like in the background of every
Forrest Gump of like crime. In
every shady or like historically significant like dark scenario, you just see Naomi Campbell in the background pounding around.
Her ties to like truly evil people cannot be understated.
And no one really hasn't affected her at all.
It's kind of like...
Yeah, there she is.
It's kind of an open secret that it's like where there is a villain, Naomi Campbell is right behind them. Or like holding pinkies with them. Or getting like blood diamonds from them.
Being busy somewhere, like in the background. Like she's truly just there. So she has been banned from being a charity trustee, I guess in the UK. The UK. After a watchdog investigation uncovered widespread evidence of financial misconduct at the poverty relief charity she founded.
She was disqualified for 5 years after a charity commission inquiry found that Fashion for Relief passed on only a small fraction of the millions of pounds it raised from star-studded celebrity fashion events to good causes.
The charity inappropriately spent tens of thousands of pounds on luxury hotel rooms, spas, spa treatments, personal security, and cigarettes for Campbell.
Work.
Just cartons of like cigarettes with those horrifying UK cigarette warnings.
While unauthorized consultancy payments running into hundreds of thousands of pounds were made to one of her fellow trustees, the commission said.
I love her just spending poverty money on cigs.
This is though like because if this is like a foundation or something, isn't that kind of like why rich people start foundations?
It's a write-off, right?
Or you can pass money through to various things more easily, and it's like a tax break.
You can clean it.
It's not cleaning because I think it is above board technically, but like it is just considered a different way. I don't know. I'm not in a place of foundation myself, but I'll let you know once I get there what my foundation is up to.
They raised just under £4.8 million from a series of fashion shows for the charity, but paid only £389,000 of it. Wow.
Interesting.
I'm excited for her to be like, I will beat these horrific allegations. I'm not involved, you know?
She's just asked to step down, though. She's not
she's banned from any kind of charity work for 5 years.
Any charity?
I think so. That's what, from being a charity trustee. So she can't be like a philanthropist.
Damn. They're like, we know what you're up to.
Yeah, I feel like this is maybe can I hear my conspiracy theory? I feel like this is maybe like they're getting her for other things through this. No?
Maybe. There's some other charity trustees that have also been banned.
Bianca Helmick.
Naomi just kind of skates through most things. Like the most trouble she's been in is for like throwing her phone at the assistant.
And then
she did community service.
And she also was asked to testify at The Hague.
Yeah, for like her connection to blood diamonds.
And isn't that when she was like, I don't know why I'm here?
Yeah.
I think she's just so gorgeous and fabulous that people were like.
And she does a great job of being gorgeous and fabulous. Like, she has aged so incredibly that you kind of, like, just let her do whatever.
She had a kid at, like, 50.
Yeah, I think it was, like, surrogate.
But she's just, like, kind of...
She's doing the damn thing.
Kind of next level.
She is a bit... She's, like, kind of a supervillain.
She is. She's truly Carmen Sandiego.
Mm-hmm.
She puts her gloves on.
Go off, girl.
But I just love her Instagram presence so much because name like a wealthy, like the most wealthy aristocrats on Instagram, you know, from all over the world. And I'll show you a Naomi Campbell comment underneath being like, love you so much. Miss you, X.
She moved in fabulous circles.
Every single person Naomi has a deep, close friendship with. Like, she's always Papa Alaya. Like, she's always talking about she loves Papa Alaya.
Oh, well,
R.I.P.
There was in the documentary, The Supermodels. It was on Apple TV. It was a good one. Talks a lot about her relationship with Alaya and how close they were. And I just love that era of Supermodel anyways. But she's had a fascinating rise.
I also really love her best friendship with Chrissy Turlington because they just seem so different. Like,
TBD how close they are nowadays.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they're like texting every day, but like they'll always have that connection. I feel like she's probably closer to Kate Moss. We need eyes on Kate now more than ever.
We need eyes on Kate's sister. Didn't she have like a...
Lottie had an Ozempic overdose. She took too much and then ended up in hospital.
Is Lottie she's a little troubled, right?
I think so. I think she's like an OnlyFans star too now. So that's good for her.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get to the reason for the season. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique
Podcast.
Beeptress. Salty Utah Queens.
We're so back. It's episode 2.
It's already so good.
The girls raging on. Lisa and
Barlin.
Lisa and Bronwyn are in the car.
They're in her G Wagon, and Lisa has P&P lights in her car.
Mm-hmm. She goes, what did you think of last night? And Bronwyn has one of her House of Cards ass dogs with her, Freddie, who's actually really cute.
He is cute. I'm
I
sorry.
think Freddie's a she.
Okay. I think she's really cute, but I'm just like, I'm still so haunted by that, and no one can change my mind.
I know it is concerning. Henji K calls.
Well, she goes, yeah, she says something about like, are you and Henji okay? Or Bronwyn asked Lisa if she and Henji are okay, and then all of a sudden Henji calls.
Henji calls and Lisa goes, "Can you hold on 1 second? Can you just be quiet for 1 second?" I love, she's all business.
She goes,
She's,
hi.
hello. And Henji tells her that she wants to meet. And she goes,
Can we
do you
meet
have any
you?
time for me today? Like, can we please meet and talk?
I'd love to meet and talk.
And Lisa's like, sure.
This is what they're doing right now is my heaven. It really reminds me of like suburban life, just driving around in a cold winter day and then going to Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
So they pick Heather up. They pick Heather.
Well, we get some
We get
interstitial
Wild Rose.
shots catching up with the other
That's
women.
true. That's true. Sorry.
And the Wild Rose is moving into her new house that looks almost exactly like her old house.
But she's with Bobby, her daughter, who's my hero.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby's like very tall.
Yeah.
Tall girl.
Coming into her own, that Bobby.
Angie and her
Henji
gay
is
husband.
talking to her gay husband.
He's even hotter.
Even hotter, even gayer than last year.
Yeah.
And he's kind of tuning her out, but also kind of paying attention. She goes on this long thing and he goes, sounds great.
Yeah.
Mary is talking to her son, Robert Jr., because Robert Sr.'s not around anymore. I think they are getting divorced.
Well, yeah. We get her a confessional and she's still very butthurt about Britani, who she goes, don't ever call me poor, because that's being ungrateful to God.
And Robert Jr.'s like,
Robert Jr.'s troubled, and she knows that, and she's like, he doesn't have a job, but I sheltered him too much, I spoiled him, so now I feel guilty, so I'm going to continue to spoil him.
Yeah.
I think she just likes having him at home, because
she wants someone to talk to, but he doesn't seem well.
Well, yeah, he just doesn't seem to have any drive, and he's just like this rich kid who's like living in this
seems kind of stoned.
Yeah.
Stoned.
Wouldn't you be if you had lived with her?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I wouldn't know what to do if that was my mom. I mean, Mary's funny to watch, but I think she's probably complicated as a mom.
Oh, incredibly.
What about his wife? Isn't he married?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out more. Lisa Barlow and Braun pick up Heather, and they go to Wendy's. And this is true. This is you for real. But I was also like, Lisa's version of a power lunch is gathering a group of people in a G Wagon and doing a drive-through.
It's incredible.
And I mean, driving around.
It's definitely some kind of sponsorship, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that she asked specifically for 3 barbecue sauce for the nuggets. And then none of them eat anything because they're all on Ozempic. And then there's just like so much food left over and so many barbecue sauces. And I think Lisa stores them at home.
Probably.
But
this is like me in high school.
Stoned going, yeah.
But I did this like with beer. I would like gather people. We'd go to a gas station that sold to minors, get like a 24 case of Coors Light, and then drive around.
Drive drunk.
Oh, yeah. Drive around and get drunk.
Yeah, this was very Sojo, just smoking a bowl out of an apple
Mm-hmm.
and then going to Wendy's and eating Wendy's chicken nuggets and Frosties in silence.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Meredith and Seth head to the Salt Lake Institute of Culinary Education, aka Slice.
This is interesting. First, back in the car, Heather says she didn't sleep well that last night because she now feels guilty that they all ganged up on Whitney, and she's feeling like that was a little like mean of them. And Lisa asks Bronwyn what she thinks of Whitney, and Bronwyn kind of like makes fun of her and like has a strong opinion and thinks she's kind of annoying. And Heather gets like an inkling of Von Teese because she says the last time someone this new had such a strong opinion of everyone, well, we already know who that is.
They were Von Teese.
So she has her eye on Bronwyn now because she's like, I can bully my alleged cousin who's not really my cousin,
that I hate.
but not you, because she's mine.
I don't think Bronwyn is a Von Tease.
I don't either. No. I mean, no.
I think that honestly, Heather's a bit Von Tease, if we're being real. Heather is riding a Von Tease high and is drunk with power at having exposed Von Tease to the rest of the women.
And the world.
Because
now we have the White House literally last week tweeting the White House official Twitter, screenshots, receipts, proof. Yes. Like, that's just how far Heather's impact. And of course it's going to go to her little head.
I think we need to keep an eye. We need to keep an eye on Heather because
she's drunk.
She's drunk with power.
She's a tyrant, and
she's not built to be. She's not built to be like the queen of the world. In my opinion, not built to be the number one girl in the group.
When I saw that they tweeted that, I went,
that's end days.
You
should secure a foreign visa sooner rather than later.
But Heather reposted it and said, "God bless America."
I mean,
so I'm just saying, this is, of course, it's going to go to someone's head a little.
But I don't like her. Bronwyn excites something that inside me that I thought was long dead.
Did she stir your loins?
No, not stir my loins, but like I want like a spin-off show.
Her wealth.
Of Bronwyn and Todd.
Their life.
And their houses. Like, I just want that.
Is that like a Frank Lloyd Wright house?
I have no idea. But I want more. Anything they're willing to give, I'll take it.
So, but I do like that I do like some tension between an OG and a newbie.
Someone has to give the tension.
So Meredith and Seth go to a cooking class, and they're both wearing like black and leather.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Unfortunately, Seth is back in Ohio, Columbus, actually."
And he travels a lot for work now, so they have to keep things sexy, and they're gonna do that by learning to cook a shakshuka at Slice.
I have some theories.
Okay, I have a confession to make. Seth is still incredibly hot to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's so weird, but...
He's weird, but it's hot, and I like it.
He's always crying.
He's on the verge of tears at all times. Doesn't take much to move him.
He's a man on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
He's sensitive and in touch with his own masculinity, which lets him cry at the drop of a hat, and I like that.
He's the father of a gay child, and he's proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in the CIA.
He might be.
I'm like, what is this man's job? Where is he always going?
Ohio. Jesus was seen.
Ohio. He's going...
People are in a place of Ohio these days. Ohio's like on the brim of blowing the fuck up.
Well, you know who has been in Ohio?
Who?
Lex Wesner.
I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Ohio, because when the climate apocalypse finally is upon us, Ohio's one of the safest places to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Are people gearing up for it?
Yes. They have been. Ohio's one of the best places to buy real estate. It's like, it is going to be like the next, like, Manhattan. Just you fucking wait.
Ohio listeners, we will come to you soon to play a live show and scope out real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But Meredith talks about anti-Semitism in the world and, you know, everything happening from last fall and, like, what's going on in the world. So she feels very, like, connected to her Judaism and her heritage. And she talks about wanting to get Bat Mitzvah'd for the first time because she didn't do it as a child.
Yeah.
So she's going to get adult Bat Mitzvah'd.
I knew that Meredith, something was up when she began saying that shakshuka. She was like, "We had this in Israel." And I was like, okay. I go, "Here we go." And then she says, like, her big plan to get Bat Mitzvah'd, which I fully support. And Seth cries. He goes, "It's freaking beautiful."
Is he Jewish?
I can't remember. I had forgotten that Meredith was Jewish.
Yeah, she's like Chicago.
Lisa Barlow is Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish. She's a New York Jewish woman who became Mormon.
God.
Yeah, so she's gonna
The
get Bat
Jews need
Mitzvah'd.
Lisa back.
Yeah.
They need to.
Well, she's not really in. As we discovered, she's not really in Mormon.
She's kind of CIA for that.
Lara, I'm having like an epiphany, and this is. I think I'm truly. My brain is truly rotten, and I need to go like get it. I need to just get lobotomized because. Oh. Be careful, baby. Support his lower back.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I feel like everyone who lives in Salt Lake City is in the CIA.
They are.
They're all fucking rich. They all like. I'm just like these people freak me out, and I don't know what's happening.
It's
and
a freaky place.
Seth is like procuring real estate for like billionaires that are like planning to build their compounds to escape climate apocalypse.
Is that what he does?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's in real estate.
No, but I think that's what he's secretly doing.
Okay.
I feel like he like part of me is like, does he sell bathtubs? I'm like, what does this man do?
Yeah, we don't
Who
know.
is Seth Marks?
It's either incredibly nefarious or it's like so boring you'll just be like, as soon as he starts to tell you. They have told us, but both of us were just like.
Meredith is always at the White House. She was just seen leaving the White House yesterday.
She should maybe get into politics.
Yes.
I could see her. Whatever she's doing, I'm into it. And them both being moved and like a glamorous bat mitzvah for like a stunningly beautiful woman, I'm here for it.
I'm Meredith Marks, and I am running for Congress. Barlow and Henji and Barlow meet at this they meet at like Ventus. What is that place called? Barlow.
They just meet it in like a booth. It's just a very booth.
They meet basically every restaurant in Salt Lake City is like a giant booth outside with snow falling on it.
Yeah.
And like big glasses. Big wine glasses the size of your head.
Henji,
right?
Yeah, Henji feels like the Bezos event became a gang up and is mad that Lisa was mad at her for telling Whitney that Lisa was mad at Whitney.
Why is no one addressing the scroll?
I think scroll is just like part and parcel of like everything else. Like it's not like that shocking.
But like I'm still not over Henji literally whipping it out for a second. The second time was almost more shocking than the first.
And them going, are we talking about the scroll? And she goes, yes, we're talking about the scroll. Christmas at the soup kitchen. Lisa begins blinking a lot, which means that she's furious and disagrees with everything you're saying.
So now, as soon as Lisa starts getting accused, she goes, wait, oh my God, this is very frustrating to me.
She goes, I feel like I'm getting labeled, and this is where I close off. This is me. This is who I am. I'm late 40s, and I'm Lisa Barlow.
Late 40s.
It's like, honey, you're like 55. How old is she? I don't actually want to know.
I feel like she's like 49.
I'm mid.
I go, I'm mid.
Late 40s.
Late 40s. Wait. She goes, wait. This is how, when someone starts like accusing me of something, I'm going to go, wait. Oh my God, this is actually very frustrating for me.
That's you when the pedestrian appeared out of nowhere.
The doctor,
mm-hmm.
The Calabasas plastic surgeon.
Wait, actually.
Wait, I'm coming in my car right now and you're walking in front of it.
That's very frustrating.
That's not okay.
For me.
That's so not okay. She goes, this is me leaving. Bye.
She goes, so I've got to go, but love you so much and we'll talk soon.
You don't love her.
No, I also am unclear on what exactly she's mad at. She's mad that she just is mad that Angie K told Whitney that she's mad. Because she just wanted to say that herself, I guess.
Wait. I don't think I've ever heard Lisa apologize for anything on this show.
Maybe not.
Maybe Meredith.
What has she actually ever truly needed to apologize for is how I would counter that. What has Lisa done?
To stay in Meredith's grace, she probably should have called her like a whore and her family dumb. Did
she apologize for that?
She atoned. She got on her knees and begged forgiveness in her way.
She did?
Kind of. Remember they like went for a walk?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I don't really know what I was talking about. It was like really embarrassing. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
That's an apology.
But like,
I'm racking my brain right now.
why are we both sitting like this?
I don't know. We're getting very serious. I'm racking my brain to think of one moment that Lisa would need to issue an apology to anyone for, and I cannot come up with anything.
Fair. Bronwyn's, we go to her house, it's snowing out. It literally looks like the house on Haunted Hill. That house in like Los Field. You know what I'm talking about? That like, I think it's Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's
It scares me a
I would
little.
like to spend more time with the exterior, but
It's a mausoleum.
it's very brutalist, but then also has elements that seem not like that. It was a wild vibe.
Her house decor is even more wild.
But I'm kind of into it.
Yeah,
It's shitty, but
it's chic.
it's chic.
But also, it looks like the inside of like a Gucci store in like Beverly, like the Gucci
It's
store in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it's too like many bright colors for me. Like it's not relaxing.
We meet Bronwyn's dad husband, Todd.
He's Father Claus.
He's wearing a Gucci sweater with a snake.
He's Kris Kringle vibes.
He is fully Tim Allen and the Santa
Claus.
like transforming.
I know, and the fact that it's like snowy winter wonderland outside, it only serves to enhance his Kris Kringle-ness.
Do you think they ever role play as like Santa's elf?
Definitely.
So we find out he was the CEO of Palm Pilots, which I was like,
I said, go off, girl.
I said gag.
So she was working in finance in San Francisco.
She was in a boys' club.
And was at a bar just having a drink after work, as one does when they're in the wild world of finance. She was fucking Harper.
The SF.
She was just thinking about the market day in, day out. And he was also at the bar. And she said he was so funny. And he asked her for her email. And she just thought that he was going to mentor her.
And her bros at the finance were like, he wants to fuck you.
Yeah. He was like, you're going to mentor each other's private parts.
And he's just kind of like, now he's a hedge fund guy and he's in New York City 2 or 3 days a week. I'm like, again, CIA. He's also, I found it as a producer of some big show on Broadway right now.
Love it.
I just saw that.
They are a power couple.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bronwyn is the blueprint.
She might be the future of the show.
Like, Bronwyn and Todd are MVPs for me right now.
Bronwyn's interior design gay. Cody comes over and he looks like gay Christopher Maloney.
He goes, what is this furniture? He is not having it. There's nothing I love more, too, than someone who, like Bronwyn, has, like, a very specific interior design perspective. And a chic gay comes over and shits all over it.
Yeah.
That's some of my favorite comedy.
And she doesn't let it get to her. Like, she's like, okay.
No, she's like, yeah. And
Todd, we found out, carried the Olympic torch at the 2012 Olympics. Again, I'm like, who is this man?
He is the blueprint.
No, but who is he?
Do you remember Palm Pilots?
Yeah. What was that, like 2002?
No, before, I think. They were radical.
Damn.
You have your little stylus and just a Palm Pilot. They were not user friendly. I think my dad had a Palm Pilot for a hot second. And all of us were like perplexed. But
maybe, I think that's probably why they didn't last that long.
But like, that is like,
it's forward thinking.
I'm so happy. And this is like, for someone like Bronwyn, I'm like so happy when she gets to have cameras up, lights, camera, action, and go, Todd was the CEO of Palm Pilots. Is like, that's a win for a Real Housewife.
We find out Bronwyn had a daughter at 19.
Mm-hmm.
So her daughter Gwen is like really cool and mature.
She's going to move out.
She seems like a little parentified.
Yeah. I just need a full spin-off, like a bottle episode about Bronwyn and Todd in their circus house.
Her show would just be Bronwyn with an exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just her going.
In kind of like Club Med type of font.
Her outfits are a little like party girl, Parker Posey.
They are.
I think I was like trying to figure out what 90 what
That's
is she?
so true.
It's her. She's like the Parker Posey party girl of Salt Lake City.
She's one to watch. She's up there with Lisa Barlow right now as like top tier.
We'll see though. I don't want to commit too hard.
I don't
'cause she
either,
might be
but
a
I just
flop.
am really needing like
You need something.
I need something to believe in.
Her wealth and her just strange existence, to me, her confounding life is
Mm-hmm.
speaking for itself. But she's gonna need to, at a certain point, that can only get you so far,
True.
and she's gonna need to bring it. So Whitney,
And Heather meet in a gift shop. They
Whitney-
meet in like a true gift store.
yeah, Whitney goes, I'm all up in my fills about Heather coming for me at Lisa's Bezos party.
But she is my girl, so I will try and forgive. And then as they browse like
Crystals.
but like gift shop rocks
It was
next
giving.
to tiny backpacks, I was like, what are you doing here?
It's giving like $400 crystal at like a Las Vegas gift shop.
No, it was giving like museum gift shop, like you know when the kids can like go get a pile
Yeah.
of like crystals for
Yeah.
$5. It was like those crystals.
They kept saying fillins.
She goes, it was a gang up.
She says it was a total gank up.
It was a gank bang.
It was a total gank bang. You all gank banged my face. You were all gank banging me. And then Heather's like,
Heather's like, damn it.
I don't think that's. Whitney would say that not knowing. She'd be
Mhm.
like, wow, it was a true gank bang at Bezos.
It was one of the biggest gank bangs I've ever been in.
And I've been in many gank bangs. And this was not like those.
One after another. She's on the defense. Heather's like trying to talk some sense into her. And at one point, her body language is like this. Whitney. She's beholding Heather. Her eyes are like bulging out of her head in a state of disbelief.
For some reason, they seem bound together.
They are. They're energetically bound together.
Little
Not by
sis.
blood. That we know. Whitney goes, before all this went down, I had this fun trip planned. I'm going to Milwaukee to Trixie's bar. I was like, what? I was like, thinking, I was like Berlin maybe, or like France.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, can we go to Provence?
I was like, can you go to like Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Like Australia. or
Can't you go
something.
to? I want them to go to Berlin. I want to see Bronwyn in Berlin in outfits.
I know. Berlin is not ready for Bronwyn.
She goes, Trixie. I love on a first name basis. So I guess she's like, Whitney's like becoming a drag queen. Whitney's
That's
literally
cool.
Chapel Roan.
She
She's
is.
literally
Chapel Rose.
she's Chapel Rose. Whitney Roan. She's fully Chapel Roaning. She's like Trixie's become her drag mother, and she's gotten into like hosting drag nights at bars.
That's cool.
It
That
is
makes
cool.
me think that she's not stupid when that
No, she's dumb as a fox.
she goes, don't sleep on Milwaukee. And I was like, she was handsomely paid
Yeah.
by the fucking Wisconsin Tourism Board for
And
this
Heather
plug.
goes, Milwaukee, isn't that Laverne and Shirley country? I'm like, there goes a check to her.
Mhm.
They're just giving them out. So Trixie's also, Trixie is so linked to these girls.
Inextricably.
Remember? Hello, is this Trixie? Is this Trixie?
Mary, get married in Milwaukee. She's gonna go. I wish Trixie would come on this show just as a real housewife.
Mm-hmm. That'd be amazing.
She could join the ranks. I mean, like,
She was so funny on English Teacher.
I know. It was really good.
Trixie is doing a great gangbang night in Milwaukee,
In God's own Milwaukee.
home of beer and cheese.
Don't
Right?
sleep on Milwaukee.
Is Wisconsin cheese country? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseheads.
Cheese curds.
I love Milwaukee. It is only an hour and a half ride from Chicago.
Have I been to Milwaukee?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
No, I've been to Madison. Madison was cute.
Madison's apparently really cute.
I like Wisconsin.
Should we do a show there?
Not no.
I mean, we could.
We gotta guarantee maybe more than like 100 people show up.
They could come from Chicago.
There
We
are
had a
no
lot of.
guarantees
We had a lot of Milwaukee people from Chicago that I remember when we
We'll
met.
see. Milwaukee, make yourselves known. I'm not above it. I would love to go back. I like Wisconsin.
I am going to Trixie's drag debut in Milwaukee.
I had a very fun trip planned to Milwaukee.
Oh, shucks. I had a very fun trip planned to Milwaukee, home of Budweiser.
I was like, here we go, like fucking Brazil. Let's go. And then it was Milwaukee.
Beer pours in the river. There are entire rivers of beer and cheese. You could call it beer cheese. An entire river, imagine. You go with a little pail and you scoop it out and you let it melt all day. That's Milwaukee.
We love it there.
You open your faucet and beer cheese comes out. That's me in Milwaukee. I'm becoming, my drag mother said, sis, get your ass to Milwaukee.
Brooks and Chloe are hanging out with Mother, and they're making like a bomb.
Making bath bombs.
But they're making a bomb.
They should.
They're starting a militia.
The ketamine kids, Chloe and Brooks.
Yeah, she goes, okay, kids, as you guys know, I've been talking about doing bath bombs for a year at least. And Chloe goes, yes, girl.
And she talks about Whitney more. And Chloe's like, I love it when you do her voice. And truth be told, I could not see a difference or hear a difference between Meredith's normal voice and her impersonation of Whitney.
Meredith goes, I'm on my healing journey. And Brooks and Chloe go like, that part. Mazel tov on your bat mitzvah, mom.
She goes, I am getting bat mitzvah'd soon. And Chloe goes, why? Respectfully, why?
Brooks is like, Mom, so chic of you.
Women your age don't normally get bat mitzvah'd, but go off, diva.
Go off, diva. Work for your money.
I love them.
Brooks.
What? He's looking hot.
He's looking hot.
I love Meredith going,
looking
I'm working with a lab, as you know, but I'm gonna do some mixing in here so I can give the lab the ingredients.
Kids, as you know, I've been working on bath bombs for the latter part of the former year. And I'd like... I'm like, I feel like I'm on a tranquilizer.
It's tranquil.
Anytime the Marxes are speaking, not Seth, but anytime Meredith and children are speaking, I'm like, and then her unseen hot child.
Oh, I forgot she had like
she's got
a
a straight-
Amy
From
Osborne type
She has a hot straight son.
who's MIA.
He's overseas right now working for the government. That's just my theory.
Wow.
He's doing recon in Tunisia.
Britani and Heather go play pickleball.
Ugh. Fuck Bravo for this.
I really have to say, though, when I was in New York, pickleball began to reel me in.
Did you play?
No, I haven't played yet, but I considered it for the first time in my
Why?
life.
Were you like watching people?
I saw some people play pickleball.
Where?
I went to like a block party in
Where?
Brooklyn, in Fort Greene, and it was a beautiful day. And it was like the most perfect street, leafy trees, townhouses.
You were charmed.
I was
Don't let it fool you.
beyond charmed. Like, I was like, this is the future.
No.
And then some mothers set up a little pickleball court in the street and they were playing. And I thought, not only does that look fun, I think I would actually kill at pickleball.
Were you with Jenna?
No, I was with my friend Lucas and James.
Well, you're wrong. And I'm worried for you.
Okay. Britani and Jared
Britani?
have a roller coaster romance. Basically, Jared
Kind of
Osborne is like Tom Schwartz.
his arms. He's got muscles.
He's
gay.
I don't get it.
Is everyone gay?
Yeah.
Everyone is fucking gay in this city except Seth.
Mhm. Yeah.
Seth is the only straight man in
He's
Utah.
a horny straight
and
in
also
a city
Whitney's
of gays.
husband.
he's
I like Britani.
she brings a necessary evil to the mix.
Evil? I don't think she's evil.
She's not evil. I'm glad that she's part of the show.
When one of them, I liked before Brittany gets into Jared and hers thing, I like that they're like, wait, do I stand here on the court? And then you just hear a disembodied executive producer go, over there. And it was very like, this is the voice of God, and it freaked me out.
I like that.
Yeah, so Jared,
Jared, by the way, is such a cursed name. Can we just like be honest
he's
about
a
that?
fuckboy.
Why, as a man, are you named Jared?
Say that.
Why? Who in the world sees like a beautiful baby and is like, I'm gonna name this baby Jared?
You're not
Right?
wrong.
It's weird. It's a weird name.
Jared.
This is this is my baby, Jared. No, thank you. Anyways.
To the Jareds we know and love.
Who?
I know a few Jareds.
Can't think if I know any Jareds.
I like the Jareds I know, but I know what you mean. It's like a strange.
It's a strange name.
But Jared fits just Jared.
He is such a Jared.
But also, he's so tall.
How tall is he?
There was a picture of them together, and he's rippling muscles. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Just some
Osmonds.
Utah guy. The longest Britney's been single is 8 months. She's a serial relationship person.
This was kind of dark. She said, like, I've had 2 marriages, and like my kids have resentment towards me because I've chosen my husband over them many times. And at first I was like, wait, what? And then Heather explained that women in the Mormon church are told that they can only get into heaven with their husband. They can get into heaven without their kids, but as long as they have their husband with them.
Damn.
So they have to like
They just have
prioritize
to like
the
do
man.
whatever the man wants.
And Heather was
Now I
like,
kind of want to read Bad Mormon.
I thought you were gonna say, now I want to be a Mormon.
What if I became a Mormon over like the course of the next year? I'm a woman of God.
I will say, when I drive by the Mormon church near the Century City Mall, I'm always like, it looks really cool.
Yeah, but it is. You can't go inside.
No. But I would be.
You'll never know.
I hope you don't become Mormon.
Me too. Don't worry, I won't.
Okay.
Bronwyn visits Henji's hair salon called Lunatic Fringe, which is an incredible name for a hair salon.
That shocked me. Just
Lunatic Fringe.
Her 10th salon.
Henji's business is booming.
She's handing out like healthy snacks to everyone.
Her hair, honestly, is so good too.
I want to go.
Henji's got it going on. If we go back to Salt Lake, we're gonna go to Valters and we're gonna go to
Valters
Lunatic Fringe.
closed. Remember?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
It's open.
Okay, good. So
It opens at 5:30 p.m.
Should we make a reservation for next year?
When?
We couldn't get in.
I know, but we couldn't walk in, but we could make a
year from
reservation. Valters closed. Don't ever say that kind of shit to me ever again. We're at odds now. Don't pull that Valters closed on me.
Well, gay husband comes out, and there's this twink cutting Bronwyn's hair, and he has Cruella de Vil hair. And I was like,
He's Flock of Seagulls.
He's truly Flock of Seagulls.
He's a one-earing gay.
What's their song that?
I ran so far away. That's him.
He's giving, and as soon as Sean came out, in my head, my sick, twisted fantasies, I went, they're fucking.
Lunatic fist.
That's your salon. Sean.
They talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget. I kind of blacked the scene out.
So they talk about Britani, and Bronwyn goes, I don't like to call another woman stupid, but I don't know if she can spell YSL. And I was like, okay. Then.
Good one.
Yeah. Then.
I was like, you tried with that and it didn't really work.
Yeah. She was like, spell it, like the letters.
Yes,
like, I don't know if she could spell that.
She over-explained it.
I know.
And Henji was even like,
Henji
okay.
goes, totally.
I'm going to go check on Electra.
Heather's activity day is upon us.
She sent like a little video invite.
And she's making people do like a ropes course, which I was like, okay, but we've been there, done that. There's no lightning doesn't strike twice. Can someone explain that to anyone in charge?
The only
We've
time
already done it with OC and it worked great.
And that was
Will never happen again.
you can't surpass Vicky going, "Oh, Shannon!"
Like,
Shannon
leave
stepped
them
on her
be.
foot. She went, "Oh, Shannon!" Wookie, you can only do a ropes course with Wookie.
I know, if Vuki's leading it.
Someone named Bailey's there. I was like, who the fuck is Bailey?
Meili.
Oh, they said
It's
Bailey.
Meili.
Oh, okay.
It's Meili.
She's a little
Whitney's
random.
friend. She's true random. Go girl, give us nothing.
They're really forcing melee on us. And
They are.
Hopefully
It
she'll bring
remains to be
something.
seen what she can really do. Britani sees Mary as they're getting ready. She goes, Mary, how are you today? And Mary goes, good. I'm good. How are you? And Britani goes, good. And Mary goes, hope you stay that way. And walks away.
Lisa arrives with like a Katniss Everdeen braid in her hair. And I was like, I'm trying to imagine Lisa's, what would her vibe be in a Civil War?
I think she'd get pretty cutthroat.
Yeah. Meredith goes, I have tennis elbow from churning butter.
She's like, I'm going to sit this one out because of my tennis elbow from churning butter. I was like, your plastic surgery, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it's like her boobs were just done. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can be like in a harness suspended above the ground if you've recently had plastic surgery.
Oh, I thought she was making like a sex joke.
I think she has to sit it out for surgical reasons, for recovery reasons, but was making a joke of tennis elbow.
I have tennis elbow from stroking Seth's
Fat cock.
fat Ohio cock.
I would have been like, tell me more.
I
I'm sitting
was
it out to listen to
stroking-
Meredith's sex stories. She's like, it's like this.
I was up
I go
late
like
last
this.
night.
I have two tennis elbows.
I was stroking Seth's cock before we went back to Columbus to procure us a plot of land in the climate apocalypse. So last night I had no choice but to stroke Seth's rippling,
Thick,
veiny,
veiny cock.
meat cock. And my elbow hurts. Henji, my elbow hurts.
Henji, you would know something about elbows hurting.
Your husband would know something about that. Britani.
They get up in the ropes course, and
Wait, Whitney also. Wait, sorry. Whitney describes jerking her husband's. She goes, it's kind of like jerking his dick off from underneath his desk.
I was like, is she a secret subhead? Because we fully did like an extended scenario of her gobbling his dick under a desk last season
And getting like,
and get like
always in the verge of
come
getting caught.
everywhere. Yeah, like come. I was like,
She might be.
She might be.
Whitney, if you're listening, you can come on sup anytime, doll.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
That's absolutely not
You're
true.
not allowed.
You're not allowed on this podcast, but
If you're listening,
respectfully, you're not allowed. Nor is any reality TV star from this universe that we speak of. It's called journalistic integrity. It is.
I agree.
I can't believe Mary is participating in this.
This shocked me.
It was shocking. I wonder if she had like a stern talking to from someone. Maybe she got like a significant pay bump.
Maybe it was Henji. Maybe
Henji
Henji was like, "Girl, you gotta like
just
put in
get
the work a
harnessed up.
little."
Just get up there.
Because they arrived together, right?
Yeah, they're besties
So
now.
Henji was like, Mary, and you just have to try a little, okay?
Just let them they'll hoist you up. All you do is stand up there.
Mary was supportive. She was affirming people.
She's like a team player.
She did say,
Lisa Barlow goes, Angie, do you hate it? And Mary goes, Lisa, stop. We all hate it. Stop.
Lisa, stop. We all hate it. She also goes, I thought Melee was way thinner than that.
That's Melee? Thought she was a lot thinner.
Holy
She's also extremely thin.
literally
She's a
so
toothpick.
petite. She's like literally a waif.
So
Mary,
then
she is tough.
real tough.
They do one ropes course, and then Heather has to get like medevaced from the ropes course, and she's like, "Okay, we're done."
And then they all gather on a picnic table to eat quesadillas.
She goes, "I think we've all earned some grub after this." And then all of a sudden, Lisa goes, "Oh my god!" She goes, "Oh my god, Heather, a churros truck. Did you get a food truck, Heather? Did you get a food truck, Heather? Heather, did you get a food truck?" She says it like 8 times. I'm like, "Yes, she got a food truck. Yes, Lisa, it's right there. It's the only thing in the fucking vicinity. Oh my god, Heather, you got a food truck? Heather, did you get a food truck?" As she's getting her food, she goes, "Oh my god, I
Is
can't
this
believe
a
it's a food truck. I'm gonna get a quesadilla."
2 tacos, please, and a big Diet Coke.
Mary says quesadilla. God, Mother God spoke.
God bless. Then they all sit, and I
Brittany's-
didn't even realize that Maylee was there until Mary said, "That's Mealy." I'm going to need you to move the needle a little bit more, my sis.
Then Britani, Chaos Queen, stands up and immediately makes a toast to herself. She goes, "I just want to gather us all here and raise a toast." And they're all like,
They go, "Okay." And she goes, "So Jared took me out yesterday and we went to Louis Vuitton and we bought a bunch of jewelry and he asked me to be his girlfriend."
no, then we went to Costco and that's where he asked her to be his girlfriend.
Well, I think they went to Costco after and he
Oh.
posted about her, but called her his best friend.
She goes, "He
and-
made it official last night, which really means a lot to me." And then they all, the dirty dogs they all immediately went to the stores and pulled up.
the story.
And Lisa immediately goes, she goes, "Brittany,
She goes, "Okay, this is the post. You're not official.
Brittany, you're not official. You're not official, Brittany. You're not official."
Brittany, this is the post.
They're
You're not official." No.
He said,
Just my pushing around my best friend in Costco.
this was so weird. 'Cause
I've
then
killed for less.
they all go, "Okay, he's not." Lisa goes, "He's not making you official. This is not what that is." And then Brittany sits down and she goes, "You think?" And I was
Mary-
like, what is this volunteering to get snipered like this? What are you doing? But then I was like, I guess she's
She's trying.
securing herself on the show.
Mary goes, "I'm just trying to figure out why we care." And Lisa still can't let go. She goes, "Brittany, I would be worried about this."
I would be worried because you're not official.
And Whitney goes, "The concern that Lisa shares, I share as well."
And Brittany goes, she sits down and she goes,
Gosh.
"Oh, you think?" Because oh, now I'm bummed. I'm like, what? Is there,
She's unclear.
I can't tell if a few things. Is she unwell? Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Is she dumb?
She's recently shapeshifted. Her and Jared have been together how long?
8 months. They've broken up 6 times.
From the photo that they showed at the beginning of their relationship where she does not look like how she looks now, she's shapeshifted in such a way that tells me that something is gravely amiss.
He's fucking with her. They're like, he's playing you. He's giving you the run.
Yeah, I think she's found herself in a tilapia
She's Joe.
trap. She's found herself in it happens to the best of us.
Joe would do this.
This is Joe.
Joe would stand up and immediately toast herself with the original cast after only being on one episode. And be like, I
want to give a toast.
to
And everyone
me."
goes, "Okay, like go up." And she goes, "So Jared and I spent the whole day together, and we went to Louis Vuitton and bought a bunch of jewelry."
She wasn't clear. Did he buy you jewelry or did you buy yourself jewelry? And Jared was standing there. She never makes that
And
clear.
then we made it official. And here's the post.
You're not official, Joe. You're not official, Joe.
I would be really worried about this.
I would be worried. This is not. I too share the sentiment with Lisa. You
the
are not.
concern that Lisa shares, I share as well.
I share it as well, Britani.
And then Britani talks.
She goes, and afterward, this is just in my head, but she goes, Britani, I share it as well. So that means you have no choice but to come to Milwaukee, the land of flowing beer cheese. Come to Milwaukee.
You'll love it there. Here's a map of it. This is what it looks like. You
Here's
fly
a-
into this airport, and it's just a stone's throw away.
You can also land at Chicago O'Hare and drive. And she goes, here's a snow globe from Milwaukee. Take it.
Here's a T-shirt
It says,
about Milwaukee, the best
says,
city in the
"I'm a
United
cheesehead."
States. This feels like
what?
the Midwest is like paying women to shill for it. Milwaukee, Ohio.
I guess they're as close as the Midwest as we're getting with housewives.
I don't know.
But they're all just like you, and then Mary and Brittany go at it.
And
She goes, Mary, that is rude. That is so rude, Mary. You're being rude. And she goes, you said you identified me with being poor. And Brittany goes, no, I didn't say that, Mary. I said I was poor.
she goes, I'm trying to be kind. And Mary goes, if you're kind, why can't you make amends with your children? Do not go up against Mary. I love this woman. She does not give a fuck.
But then that is a housewives no-no, of course.
No.
Heather, everyone goes, oh, Mary, that is Mary. You do not come for the children.
And even Brittany goes, how dare you?
How dare you, Mary?
You cannot mom shame me. But then Mary reveals the Britani reminds her of her own mom. And that is where it comes from. And I was like, this is
This is vulnerable.
a moment of introspection and vulnerability from Mary Cosby.
I've never seen.
Same.
And especially about her mom.
I know.
I was like, wow. She said her mom focused too much on men and not her kids. And she
Okay.
left her. She's a mother wound.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mary. This is her moment. This is her as Miranda trying on bras in Sex and the City and being like, you can't tell me what to do to the shop employee.
Mm-hmm.
She's really yelling at her mom. My motherboard myself.
Yeah. Brittany goes, you just shut up. And Mary goes, shut me up. Shut me up.
Try.
And then Lisa goes, this has gone too far. And Mary goes, not far enough.
Mary wants to. She would kill Brittany.
Yeah. Mary's ready to kill on camera.
She speaks in like a. She speaks in the Dune, the witch Bene Gesserit voice. She goes, "Let you try."
Bronwyn chimes in. She goes, everything I've learned about you, Brittany, is chaotic.
She's not wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but also Bronwyn. And then
You're
Heather,
chaotic, but it's okay because you're rich.
And then Heather's like, "Hey, Bronwyn, stay out of this, Bronwyn. You're two-faced." She goes, "You were talking shit about Whitney," and Whitney goes,
Is this true, Bronwyn?
Yeah, she says, on our Wendy's drive, you were saying horrible things about Whitney.
And
And,
she goes,
then
"No."
Maylee goes the one line. She goes, are you serious? And then I was like, I kind of love this girl.
Me too.
I was
I
like-
had the same thought. I went, Melee. All right.
Sometimes all it takes is just like they need someone.
like a Greek
Like
chorus.
they're figuring out the casting, and it is important to have just like non-entities that are pretty cast to just go,
Are
are
you
you
serious?
That just move the conversation forward, but also bring nothing to the table. And I was like, you're killing it, Maylee.
I was like, Melee is iconic, and there's like, I was
an
truly,
essential worker.
I was truly like the stereotype of like a gay, like standing like a woman who's done nothing and just being like, wow, you're an incredible queen.
I go, I love her.
Yes.
I fucking love her.
I did wish Angie whipped out the scroll in this moment.
I know.
I would
And
like
I want
people-
her to whip it out and just write things down, and then I would like her to keep an ongoing scroll, and then at the very end of the season, unleash the scroll, and we can see every
She'll bring it to the reunion.
yeah.
And then Bronwyn goes, "No, that's not true actually, because I had a drive afterward with Whitney where I said the same thing I said to you to Whitney's face."
And he goes, she certainly
And
did.
she goes, oh, is that what you are referencing, Heather? Because if so, I am on Bronwyn's side.
This is Heather on her Von T's horse, thinking that she can just call people out left and right.
You don't have all the receipts.
And then Whitney and Lisa like got into it again over Whitney's stupid healing journey and
And
her
then-
trauma.
And then Whitney goes, okay, Lisa, I am sorry for what I said on Vile Files.
Lisa goes, all you do is talk in feelings. Start talking in facts and we can have a good conversation.
That's the New York in her.
You take out things on me that have nothing to do with me. And I was like, that's true.
And Whitney, to her credit, goes, okay, you're right. I apologize.
But I know it's because she just wants her to come to Milwaukee.
No, she does. She goes, "You're right. I think everyone at this table is amazing. I'm comfortable to invite all of you to my next drag show. Trixie has booked me in Milwaukee."
Well, before she says this, it's this after she goes, Lisa goes, "All right, I'll accept your apology for now." And then it gets quiet, and then Meredith goes, "I would like an apology."
And then Whitney invites everyone to her drag show. And then Mary goes, "That's where my dad's from. I've never been." And I was like, what? Mary Cosby excited?
What's happening?
I'm into
Is
this.
something happening?
She's in a place of like positivity.
I think Henji's really rubbing off on her.
I know, and I think
needed,
she did need to leave that husband of hers.
I think she needed a friend like Henji to sort of like be like, you know what, you might be running a cult, or you might have like ruined people's lives allegedly, but
And you're such a bitch, but you're cool.
But I know there's a heart in there, and I'm gonna bring it out.
And I know that we both love to shop, and that is.
Do you think
one thing that you can really bond over is like if you have the same shopping vibes as someone else, you can overlook many things.
Do you think Henji's really rubbed off on her?
I just think that Mary's feeling warmer. And I don't know if I think it's a combination of Henji, the divorce, and just like probably a pay bump.
Yeah, she goes, "I'm gonna come.
I've
That's
never
where my dad's
been.
from."
She goes, "That's where my dad."
And they all go, "Whoa, really?"
Wow.
And then Meredith goes, and Wild Rose goes,
There is a private plane taking us. And Meredith, you will be like to know that in the Airbnb there is a bathtub.
I researched it. And Meredith goes, I'm not sure if I can make it.
and in the confessional, Whitney goes,
Good. I hope you don't.
But then we get like sneak peeks, and it looks like Meredith does in fact touch down on Milwaukee. Big Wisconsin tourism reached into its deep pockets and threw Meredith at the bone.
She goes, last night, while I was stroking Seth's big cock once again.
Big horse cock was in my mouth.
He said, honey, you can stop in Milwaukee on the way to Columbus to see me. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. And I can hop on over to New York where we actually live and do some research in the labs.
He said, why don't you do a pit stop in Milwaukee on your way home to New York, our hometown?
And she goes, you know what? That's a good idea.
Smart thinking.
I can't wait. This season's killing me. I love it.
It is killing me as well. So many surprises, unexpected moments.
Guys, really fast. Our show is in 2 days.
Tomorrow.
When you hear this episode, we'll already be in Austin. Our show's tomorrow, the 28th, 04 Center, Austin, Texas.
Just come.
Tickets are
Just
still on
show
sale. Show up. It's going to be great. The show, yes, is the same in theory, but lots of things have changed. Choreo. Jokes. Streamlined opening. A monologue. Lara and I at our prime as performers. Come see us.
You're going to love it. I swear to God.
SexyUnique.com.
Countess, Jacqueline Yvette.
One of the dolls.
Teddy the Schnauzer in Tony and Mango's Cult.
Alex Delisle.
Makeup Fresh.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London.
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell.
Gerd, Queen of Brooklyn.
Jesse, obviously. Toledo. Hyder.
Dilly from The Beaver Picture.
Jessica Hernandez.
Molotov Laws.
Mary.
Katie Solon.
Mike Earhart.
Sharon Baum, Realtor.
Timothy Shield.
Matthew Thomas.
Alzie Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bay.
Kathy West.
Kit Moore.
Hillary from Chicago.
Orlando.
Patron of the Farts.
Nick Sedaris.
Grace Ellinger.
Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Drew from Toronto.
Katie the Sup Lawyer.
RJ.
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
And Jeffrey Pradma. Love and